Let me first start by saying that I am a person of faith. And what that means is that it dictates to me my actions and how I handle things. And a lot of people have a faith and they, either adhere to it strictly or they don't. I'm not the type of person who's going to push my faith on anybody else. It's my faith and it's my personal faith between me and my Creator. But as part of my faith, there is a certain passage that most people are familiar with, and that is to love your neighbor as yourself. And it's very popular and very well known. But there's another passage that people don't always know, and it's much harder to actually live up to, and that is let each esteem others better than themselves. And that key word in there is better than themselves. So realistically, I am supposed to esteem or respect people more than I would myself, which honestly goes against human behavior. We normally want to take care of ourselves. One of the things that I found in business and in customer service is that if I have the attitude that I'm going to take care of my clients' wishes above my own, then they're always happy. They know that my service is top notch and they recommend me, and I get great testimonials and I get more business, and that's good business. But the other side of it is that I get a great satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best and I gave my best service of myself to another person. Another aspect of client service is that, and the state of Florida would not like me to hear me saying this, but it is what it is, and it's what I believe, and it's how I dictate my business. And that is, the state of Florida wants real estate agents to be what they call transaction brokers. And it's, honestly, to me, it's a game so that real estate agents can play both sides. Dual agency, meaning representing both sides, is illegal for the most part in the state of Florida. There are exceptions, but usually not in a large metropolitan area like Palm Beach County. But the way they get around that is if you're a transaction broker, you can get both sides to acknowledge that you're a transaction broker, and you can work both sides. But the truth is, you're not really looking out for the best of either side. You're just basically trying to help that transaction along, and that goes against my grain of taking care of my client. We're not supposed to have what they call fiduciary responsibility, which means your best interest at heart. And although I'm a real estate agent and I adhere to the ethics, I just really struggle with that. I believe that I should be looking out for the best interest of my client. And especially when my client hired me. They hired me to look out for them. They didn't hire me just to get a deal done. They hired me knowing that I was recommended because I am going to look out for their best interest, and that's the way it should be. As far as I'm concerned, that's what customer service and taking care of a client is and should be. But the state of Florida has, made this edict so that it allows agents to make more money, basically, so they can play both sides. I'm glad to help in that case if somebody wants me to represent both sides. But the honest truth is, the first person that hires me, the one that was referred to me, that's the one that I hold as my client, and I'm going to be looking out for their best interest. I can say that I am being a transaction broker, but if I'm being honest, I am going to be looking out for the client that hired me. So I don't know if that's a problem for the state of Florida, but I believe in fiduciary responsibility. Now, legally, I'm not supposed to say that I have a fiduciary responsibility. So in paperwork, we're not allowed or supposed to do that. But, my attitude is that I'm going to take care of my client. So now the boring stuff about me. I was born an Army brat. My dad was an officer in the Army, and we moved around. We were stationed in Germany when I was little. Unfortunately, I don't remember any of the German that I learned when I was little. But we were here stateside. And then when I was about 5 or 6, he got out of the military full time, and we moved here to Florida. And I went from being an Army brat to a Pratt brat, as he got hired by Pratt Whitney Aircraft here in 1969. So yes, 1969. So I've been around Palm Beach County for quite a few years and remember when things were very, very different. The only time that I left Palm Beach County was when I went away to college, and I went to a very good business college and got my bachelor's in business administration. So I love Palm Beach County. There's so much to like and love about it. Summers can be a little bit rough, but once you get used to the heat, it really is a great, great place to live. A little bit more about me is, not to get too down in the weeds, but I was married when I was 22. I was way too young to be married. That didn't work out, and then I found the love of my life, which is my wife, Suli. She is from Peru, and I speak Spanish. I don't consider myself fluent, but most people that encounter me think that I am. So, and we did raise our son, who's now 15, to be fluent in Spanish and English. So we looked at that as a gift to him, that he could be bilingual, and it's working out very well for him. And to be honest, when I was getting together with my wife, she wanted to have kids, and I could care less one way or the other. It didn't make a difference to me whether there was no hole that I felt was empty, and I explained that to her. But she wanted to have kids, and I couldn't imagine my life without my son. And I'm trying not to get emotional just thinking about that, and that I originally didn't want kids, and now I'm just extremely blessed to have my son. And he's a good boy, and he's very smart and very funny, and I'm very proud of him. And he's doing well in school, and he's shaping up to be a good young man. And I saw him offer to help an older man with his groceries the other day, unprovocated by me, and I was very happily surprised. And it's a good feeling when you see your son reaching out to help other people, and you hope that you raise your kids right. And he seems to be on a good path, and I'm very proud of him. I can't talk about me without talking about my wife. My wife is amazing. She's a type A personality. Her feet hit the floor around 6:15 every morning, and she is go, go, go. And she is exactly what I need to be a swift kick in my rear end to motivate me and get me going, because I'm not a morning person. And once I'm going till 10 o'clock easily every night. So if you want to know when you can catch me basically between 7:30 a.m. and 10 o'clock at night, and that's Monday through Friday, and Saturdays too. I don't check my phone as often on Saturday, late afternoon, in the evening, but I still check my phone. I do check it on Sundays, but I try to carve out Sundays as church and family day. I think it's important that everybody have a day where they can recharge their batteries, and spending time with my family is definitely that for me, and helps put my priorities in place of what's the most important in life. And God has blessed me greatly, and I'm thankful for all the blessings, and I look to bless others by helping them in any way that I can. My wife is also of the same attitude, and we're trying to raise our son to be that way as well. So I hope this helps you know a little bit more about me, and the main thing is to know that if I'm working for you, I am working for you. It's not just something that I say, it's something that I do. And I'm a big believer in actions speak louder than words, and as my testimonials will show, that my actions do speak volumes, and I'm here to help you in any way that I can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I didn't bore you with too much about me, but I'm here to help you in any way that I can.